The New Order Last Days of Europe is the What If the Axis won World War II mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It's the man in the high castle of Hoy 4 mods. That's to say, it's the definitive edition of this classic alt history scenario in a Hoy 4 mod. It's saying a lot because there's a fuck ton of them. People might complain that it's not realistic. Well, you know what's not realistic? Fucking history. You're telling me because some fuck got a sandwich after failing to assassinate Franz Duke Ferdinand, he gets a second chance and starts one of the deadliest wars in human history? Or that the biggest branch of Christianity in England started because the king wanted to get his dick wet? As famed alt history writer Harry Turtledove says, fiction has to be plausible. All history has to do is happen. Yes, I understand there's no universe where Japan beats the US. I'm not a weeb. No amount of samurais, Naruto dashing around is going to change that. Look, I don't give a fuck if it's not realistic. I'd be playing base game historical focuses on if I wanted realism. I'd go outside and touch grass if I wanted realism. I don't care if it's not realistic. I only care that it's interesting. And boy, this is one interesting mod. Are you a zoomer whose attention span is just short of 15 seconds? Do you mouth words as you read them and take breaks every other sentence? If you like to skip all the dialogue in the game to get to the action, then you're gonna want to pass on this one. The reading is the action, unless you count the map calling part. Like a schizophrenic, most of the things happening to you are going to be in your head. No need for medication. It's called imagination. One of the most fulfilling things to do in this game is climbing the ladder. The credit ladder. Please your Japanese creditor overlords and you might get far, but be careful. Evolving down is a painful process of economic depression, starting at the top with
正常1正常2正常3正常4要注意1要注意2破綻要管理破綻懸念実質破綻
Yes, I know. My Japanese is very good. Here's some of the countries you can play. I'm not gonna list all of them, or I'll be here all day. Play as Brazil and achieve the Brazilian dream. No, not that. I mean something more impossible. Have low inflation. Fight over lobsters. Watch as a soccer game stabilizes your country more than an actual pension plan would. Who needs pensions when that high of winning will be so potent that it will sustain you after you retire? Wales. Mine coal and get invaded by England. Play as Scotland.
Stop the race against us!
Try to calm your military down, who's been edging themselves since the fall of the Union. Fail, and have them turn your nice democracy into a military junta. England. Play as the collaborationist government or as the underground resistance and spark a civil war. Once that's done, play as everyone's favorite prime minister, Thatcher.
I put a stake through her heart and garlic round her neck to make sure she never come back.
Drag the Welsh and Scottish into a union with you, whether they like it or not, for the second time in history. Now that's a healthy relationship. Try your hand with America. Start as Nixon. And resign in disgrace. Play as JFK and put the roof down to the 1961 Lincoln Continental to enjoy that Dallas weather. Elect LBJ.
Down where your nuts hang.
If you want to try to emulate our timeline, because there's nothing funnier to do in an all history scenario than just to do history. Try your hand at some old-time American favorites, like have a slice of delicious apple pie, interfere in foreign elections, go out to a football game, funnel arms and blackmail, play the abomination that is Burgundy, meddle in world affairs, be incompetent in every way.
Why would you hire a hitman to murder an elderly person?
You just wait it out. just
Collapse into a billion pieces and have a mental breakdown.
How many? I asked you a question!
150.
Tactical display on screen. It's a trap.
They've been waiting for us all along.
There must have been an informant. That's the only explanation.
Yes, there was an informant. You're right. Right now, we have
It
to...
appears I have underestimated the Founders. I should have seen it coming. There was a time when nothing got past me. You remember, don't you, Elam?
Yes, I do. But now we have to go.
I must be getting old. I let my pride override my instinct. Wouldn't have played it that way in the old days. In the old days,
Take a shower after you're done and still feel violated. And I'm leaving so much out, like Germany and the Russian unifiers. So if any of this sounds interesting, try out the mod and join the rest of us while we wait for the next update and discover the meaning of brain rot.